Right, just a short video, hopefully. I'm on holiday down in Kent with my girlfriend and her mother. We are having a lovely time. And I'm allowed, while we are here, just to ease things along, to go to some record shops. And we've been to a few. So we're staying at a place called Warmer, on the south coast of England, and with views of France in the distance that you can see. Okay, so the first place I went to was, we drove to Folkestone, the old sort of harbour, famous harbour town, and they've got I did some research and they had a couple of record shops. The first of which was vintage vinyl. I went in there, had a look round. It was a lot of sort of mostly new stuff, which does seem to be the case these days, which I suppose is why records are perhaps starting to do better than CDs, because the new sales are really helping that. So yeah, up the steep hill, and I went there, had a look round. You know, a bit pricey, but I thought I'd save my money for the other record shop, which was at the top of the hill, which is called Hot Salvation Records. And when I got there, I found it had closed down, which was sad. Anyway, so I traipsed back down the hill and went back into vintage and vinyl, and I saw a couple of things I fancied. Well, first of all, I picked up a copy, I think it was out this week actually, and it's the album by Omara Portundo, who, I think that's how you pronounce it, and she was a member of the Buena Vista Social Club, and this was recorded for World Circuit during those sort of sessions. What are we talking about? 2000 and about 1998 or something like that? I can't remember now. I was lucky enough to see the Buena Vista Social Club perform at the Manchester Bridgewater Hall, and they were absolutely wonderful. This actually, out of all of the records, is my favourite one. This is pure Cuban jazz, wonderful sounds, great players, and Omara Portundo has just got the most wonderful voice, and so I'm really pleased to get a copy of that, which I understand has just been released this week. While I was in there, there was some rather lovely music playing, and I kind of assumed, and it was by P.P. Arnold, the new album by P.P. Arnold, and I liked it so much that I had to buy a copy of the record. It's a double album set. It's called The New Adventures of P.P. Arnold. It's only just come out, and I actually haven't opened the gatefold. Shall I do that? What's the gatefold like? Okay, let's have a look. So, yeah, some nice pictures of P.P. Arnold as she is now. So P.P. Arnold came to fame in the 60s, recorded for Andrew Loog Oldham's Intermediate record label. And basically, this is her first album in 51 years, I understand. And it's basically a guy called Steve Craddock, who was in a band, or is in a band, called Ocean Colour Scene. Not really my thing, but he's done a very good job. I understand he released an unreleased album by her, and then worked on this. And it sounds great. It's kind of lush, soulful, somewhere a bit like that sort of, some kind of, a bit, what's the name? Dionne Warwick in places, but it sounds very 60s, but it also sounds very new. And it's got a great version of Bob Dylan's poem, The Last Thoughts of Woody Guthrie, which is like a kind of, it's almost like something like The Last Poets, or Gil Scott-Heron. She does it great, and it's also got a lovely version of Michael Naismith's Different Drum. So I couldn't not get that. It's wonderful. Check it out. It's a lovely album. Okay, so the next day we went to Whitstable. And first of all, I went to Rock Bottom Records. All second-hand stuff, but nothing really that took my fancy apart from this Steel Pulse, and it's a collection. They were a UK reggae group. This is a collection, I think, of their first 3 albums from something like 78, 79 and 81 or something like that. So we've got tracks like Ku Klux Klan, Drug Squad, Reggae Fever, Handsworth Revolution, and they were from Handsworth, which is a part of Birmingham. And so yeah, I've had a little bit of a listen to some of their stuff. They're really good. It's kind of a, you know, they're not dubby, they're not poppy either. They're kind of their own thing. Sort of very nice reggae music from the UK. Okay, so there was another record shop called Gatefield Sounds in Whitstable, which I didn't go to. Oh, I'm going to stop this video right here because I've just seen that my girlfriend and mother-in-law have just arrived. So I'm going to tell you something a little bit about B-side, the Seaside, when I come back after this little break. So go away, entertain yourselves, and I'll be back soon with the rest of a roundup of records that I've got, if I can find some time. Bye-bye.